All right, so yesterday we got to this point. That was when Zoom did their thing. So let's quickly go through this one. I'm sure because you were not able to complete this, so the assignment, the second part, you guys were not able to do it. Okay. So they said a household has 400 to spend on rice, soda drink, and soap. And then the household also have 40 cedi to spend on transportation, and I said transporting them to the house. A bag of rice sells for 20, and the cost 1 cedi to transport. And then a pack of soda drink sells for 15 cedis. It costs 15 cedis and then costs 2 cedis to transport. A box of soap sells for 10 cedis and costs 1 cedi to transport. If the household should buy exactly 5 bars of soap, write a relation detailing how the available money is spent on the items. Assume it must spend all 400 cedis and 40 cedis on shopping and transportation respectively. So I always say that the first thing we have to do is to write our resource. Resource is denoted by B. And then our variables. Please, can you see my screen?
Yeah,
Yes,
fine.
He said,
we can see the screen.
Yeah, we can see.
all right. The coefficient is denoted by A. Right. So resources available here. We have 400 cedis for buying, and then we have 40 cedis for transporting. Right. And then looking in the question, they said if we are supposed to buy 5, so the 5 also become a resource here. And then we have variables, which is the rice. We have soda. And then what? Soup. Right. And the coefficient, we have what are the coefficients? Coefficients we have um, we have 20, 15, and then 10. So we have 20, 15, 10. And then we also have 1, 2, 1, which is for the transportation. Mm, 1, 2, 1. All right. So now let's formulate our equation. And formulate our equation. So now we can state clearly let x1 represent rice, soda, and soap, respectively. Right. So now we have three resources here. So it means we will be having three equations here. So now let's do the first equation for the row shopping. So it will be 20x1 plus 15x2 plus 10x3. It is equal to 400. We are doing it for the first. And then now let's come to the transportation. We have 1x1, so basically it's x1 plus 2x2 plus x3. All is equal to 40 because you are doing the transportation. And then now they are telling us that assuming they want to buy exactly 5 bars of soap. So the soap is represented by x3. So in this thing, we can see soap is equal to 5. And we've already represented soap by x3. So x3 equals to 5. So this is our answer. Is it difficult?
No.
It's not difficult, right?
Yeah.
You are confused. Okay, let me use this simple form. So basically, Lizzie,
Yes.
have you watched the previous classes
Yeah, I did.
and you are still confused? Wow. So let me.
Okay, you started before I joined, so
Oh, really?
yeah.
Okay, it's basically about this first. Okay, you let me do it again. So let me write it this way. Resource. Mm. So rice, and then we have soda, and then we have soap. So resource. Or how should I even put it? Resource or um it'll become okay. The way I want to do it, when I do it, for better confused. So let me stick to this way. What I wanted to do is I'll name here the resource. and then this here will be available resource. Available resource. And then we can also have resources here. But this is a linear programming formula that I'm using here. And do it. Yeah. So we can say that the resources we have here is transportation. But I don't want you guys to get confused. So let me stick to this one. Okay, so we read this question. Basically, we read this question. Basically, we read this question, right? And then the question, as it says, it has 4 resources. We have resource 1 and resource 2. This one is what we are spending on buying the rice. If Nanka, it was say this amount was given to spend on both buying of rice and then exporting, then Nanka, we wouldn't have made this another. So it means that they gave them a different amount to buy, and then and then also a different amount to spend on transporting, right? So they become resources. And then here too, they are telling us that if the household should buy exactly 5, so meaning that soap should be equal to 5 bars. That's why I represented it by x equal to x3 is equal to 5. So they are telling us that if a bag of rice sells for 20 cedis, if a bag of rice sells for 20 cedis and the cost of transporting it is 1 cedis, so that's what we are seeing here. That's what we are seeing here. So it costs 20 cedis to buy a rice here, right? And then it costs 1 cedi to transport the bag. That's it here. And it also costs 15 cedis to buy a pack of soda, right? And it costs 2 cedis to transport it, right? And then it costs 10 cedi to buy a bar of soap here. Sorry. A bar of soup. And it costs 1 cedi to transport it, right? And now they are telling us that if they want to buy exactly 5 bars of soap, so that's what's here. So in this case, we can make here we can make here we can make here 0 x1 plus 0x2 plus so you see And the reason why I didn't bring it because any number times 0 or any number or variable times 0 is 0. So here will become 0, 0, and then the x3 pair is equal to 5 because they are not telling us that they will buy exactly maybe soda or rice. They only told us that they will be buying 5 bars of soap. That's why we presented it by x3. X3 is equal to 5. So if we want to break it down, it will be 0 times x1 because they are not buying any of rice. And then 0x2, sorry, 0x1 plus 0x2. They will not be buying any pack of soda. And then they are plus x3 because they are only buying, or let's say 1x3 because they're only buying soup. Are you still confused?
No, it's okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So let's move.
Thanks.
Yeah, welcome. So let's move on to. So
Hello.
So I hope you guys now can do the assignment. Now the assignment any way you move.
Carefully.
Yes.
I did the first one, but the second one, no, I got stuck.
Okay, so the second one is in a scenario with this one. It has a similar scenario like this. It has a similar scenario like this. Do you understand this one?
Yeah, I do.
Hello, fearfully.
Yeah,
Why? Which question are you solving?
this one.
Okay. Okay. So you will be here when you are done with them. Then I ask my question.
No
The
problem.
one I asked in the group.
No problem.
Okay.
So this is what we just solved. So we can see that we had, you see, 20x1 plus 15x2 plus 10x2 is equal to 400. The rest is the transportation, the amount they are using for the shopping. And then x1 plus x2 plus 2x2 plus x3 is equal to 40. And then here is 0x1 plus 0x2 plus x3 is equal to 5. So basically that's the same thing here. So we can try this example too. Copico farm owns 50 acres of land that is reserved for growing wheat and corn. So in this question, how many variables do we have in here? Hello?
I think it's wheat and corn.
Yeah. So we have variable 1 and variable 2, right? And there are 3 workers. Okay, 3 workers and 2 tons of fertilizers are always needed to grow an acre of wheat, whereas an acre of corn also requires 2 workers and then 4 tons of fertilizers. If Copico has available 100 workers and 120 tons of fertilizers available, how many acres of wheat and corn should be grown that best utilize Copico's resource? Assume Copico uses all of its resources. So we have the main variables here, and then we have the coefficients here. The coefficients here, 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 and here. What do you think are the resources? What do you think are the resources?
I think 50, 100, and 120. Am I
All
right?
right. Yeah, all right. So basically, it means how many equations will we be getting?
3.
Uh-huh. So you see, if you're able to understand this, you are able to formulate your answer. Do we have to solve it and I say mobile?
Yeah, let's solve it.
Please, is there anyone who also don't get it? Like who also gets it and who doesn't get it?
Me, I don't get anything.
You don't get this one too.
No. Do you know where I am? I'm at the basics crowd.
You
The
are
basics. That's why. Yeah. That's why I told you that I don't want to look at it or listen to the recordings because I'm not going to get anything. I'm
you
just
get
at the
no
basics.
no
The addition and subtraction.
you get something. It's the addition and subtraction it doesn't really matter. It's not really needed. It won't even.
But if I don't understand how you guys go about it, how would I get to understand this?
This one is far different.
So, like, since the lecturer was able to start from somewhere, I want to also follow up. Like,
But
just brief,
but
just a brief, not like waste so much time on it. Just something briefly. Already, I have some knowledge, a little knowledge about, but I really want to understand it well. Just I said brief.
okay.
I didn't attend class. Okay. I was just doing 2x4 something. So I really want to get the understanding, and that's all. Like something brief.
Okay,
Then I come back to the ERO or something, the linear equation.
okay.
Yeah.
You even do linear equation before you go to ERO. So we are now formulating. So after formulating, then we
Okay.
go to ERO.
All right.
So
But wait, our lecture taught us ERO before linear programming. Is linear
no,
programming the same as linear
no,
equation?
linear programming. You see, linear programming is the normal thing. And the linear programming, you can either use matrices or graphical method.
Hey.
Yes. So matrices
So which is which?
matrices is the one with the ERO. And then graphical method is the one that you look for slack or surplus.
So what did they teach you people? The
For
graph
us,
or surplus?
they have been reading for us, so they've been reading calculation for us at school. They don't teach us any better thing. They will read calculations for you like national science and math quiz. Sound a lecture. So you just have to come and then sit down again. The main campus, someone said and chat baby, yes, sir. In your classes campus. So let me quickly solve this. So we have variables in there, and then we have variables is x, and then coefficient a, and then resource b, right? The variables are width correct, Anna. Spelling there, then cry.
H before E.
Don't say me fear for my life, Anna. Oh. It's wheat and rice, right?
I think it was corn. Wasn't it?
Okay. Corn. And then the coefficients we have how many are they? The coefficients we have those working on wheat is 3 workers and 4 and then 50. So 3 3 and then 2. And then that is for wheat, for example. And then corn is having 2 workers and then 4 into so 2, 4. 2, 2, 4. That is for corn. And then the resources, we have 50 acres of land. We have 100 workers, and then we have 120 fertilizers. Yeah, that's correct. So we have to formulate this. So basically, what we start first is representing our variables. So let x1 and x2 represent wheat and corn respectively. So basically, always keep in mind, say, you are only representing the variables per. If you reference a workers home, so you represent workers. If you reference a fertilizers home, so you represent fertilizers. No. So now let's formulate first for the land. That was the thing that was mentioned first. So first for the land, right? We are supposed to plant on how many acres? 50. So meaning that when we combine the wheat and then the corn, we should be able to plant it on only a 50 acre of land. Only a 50 acre of land. So x1 plus x2 is equal to 50. Hope you understand why x1 and x2 is equal to 50. Hello, I hope we understand why x1 and x2 is equal to 50.
No.
So basically we are representing x1 and x2 by wheat and then corn, right? And then
Yes.
we have to plant wheat and then corn on a 50 acre of land. So that's why it is represented here like this.
Okay.
Are you okay now?
Yes, I am.
All right. So now we move on to for the equation of workers. So we will go back into the question and then take only the workers out of it. So how many workers are working on wheat? 3 workers are working on wheat, which is here. And then 2 workers are working on corn. So it will be 3x1 plus 2x2 is equal to the total available resource here, which is 100. Are we clear? Are we clear?
Yes,
Yeah.
we are.
So 2 is it 3 or 2? Not 3. 3x1 plus 2x2 is equal to 100. This is for the workers. This is for the workers, right? And then for the fertilizers, we have 2 fertilizers on wheat. We have two fertilizers on wheat, and then we have 4 fertilizers on corn. So it will be 2x1 plus 4x2. So two x1 plus 4x2 is equal to 120. So basically, this is the answer. We needed three formulations, 1, 2, and then 3, because we were having how many resources? 3 resources, 1, 2, and then 3. Is it okay? And maybe somebody does not get anything. August, you say you, I'm now done. Can you ask me what you wanted to ask?
Fearfully, when will you close?
I think for this Zoom there, it's left with 6 minutes. So after still, if you are not done after it, I'll call you and then you can still continue to ask.
Are you done with them? Are you done with them?
If not that Zoom is ending, I will not be done. I wanted to go up to
So
error,
you
but
finish with
okay.
carefully, finish with them, then we'll do our own. Okay.
Oh,
So I'm waiting.
for now, I'm done. I'm done with them. The reason why I'm done with them is it's the matter of the formulation. If you don't know formulation, you cannot get your matrix question. So I want them to get the formulation very well. So I'll still send another assignment again for them to read it, because the first assignment, only question 1 will be the correct question 2.
Okay, so we'll start